let's see. But I can get through a couple more of those requests. I was in Montreal a couple months ago, and which is the coolest city in North America if you haven't been there, and I was and I hadn't been there for like a couple of years, I guess, and or maybe 1 year, but in any case, basically, I had missed the student protests which had been going on, which went on for several months, but it was several months in between my visits to Montreal, so I was really annoyed by that fact because I really like protests generally, you know, and these were good ones. I mean, it was like every week, 100,000 people coming out in the streets, and huge popular support, and then eventually they won all their demands basically, and Montreal, Quebec still has the lowest tuition in North America because of those protests. They were trying to change that, but they backtracked on everything, and then I was hearing from some of the student protesters. I got an email from some of them, and who were saying, you know, ever since the protests stopped, you know, we're really depressed. We're having like withdrawal. You know, I mean, yeah, we won, but you know, there were so many of us. We thought we could do better than win. You know, we thought we could, you know, have like free education. You know, or just, you know, move things further. You know, have a socialist state in Quebec, or you know, something. You know, because they didn't expect that they'd get that quite those many numbers, and so they were saying, you know, we need you to, you know, come to Montreal and cheer us up. You know, us in the hardcore of the protesters who were still trying to do something, but we're not getting the support that they had gotten before since they won. You know, not too surprisingly, but so I got there to Montreal, and there was all these francophone students and at the gig, and then at the end of the show. There were a couple of them who came up to me, and they were kind of like, had a bit of an accusatory tone. And they said, "Why didn't you play We Are Everywhere?" And I said, "Well, I'm not quite sure what to say. You know, I don't want to brag, but I've written a lot of songs, and I don't do them all every night. You know." And they said, "Well, when we were like getting tear gassed and stuff, and we were feeling really down and out, and abused and disgruntled, you know, we listened to We Are Everywhere to cheer ourselves up, and you know, I guess they thought I knew that, but I didn't. But I was really glad to hear it." When I say the hungry should have food, I speak for many. When I say no one should have 7 homes, while some don't have any. Though I may find myself stranded in some strange place with naught but a vapid stare, I remember the world, and I know we are everywhere. When I say the time for the rich, it will come, let me count the ways, victories or hints of the future. Cairo, Tunis, Caracas, Buenos Aires. How many people are wanting and waiting and fighting for their share? They hide in their ivory towers, but we are everywhere. Religions and prisons and races, borders and nations, FBI agents and congressmen and corporate radio stations. They try to keep us apart, but we find each other, and the rulers are always aware that they are a tiny minority, while we are everywhere. With every bomb that they drop, every home they destroy, every land they invade, comes a new generation from under the rubble, saying we are not afraid. They will pretend we are few, but with each child that a billion mothers bear comes the next demonstration that we are everywhere. We are everywhere.